Good afternoon, dear students. We are going to discuss about overlapping genes and split genes in today's class. An overlapping gene is a gene whose expressible nucleotide sequence partially overlaps with the expressible nucleotide sequence of another gene. So, nucleotide sequence may make a contribution to the function of one or more gene products. Like for example, bacteriophage X174 contains a single-stranded DNA of approximately 5,400 nucleotides, and it also contains 9 cistrons. So as we know, to code one amino acid, 3 nucleotides are required. And what scientists have done is they have collected all the proteins encoded by X174 bacteriophage. And after analyzing, they came to know that for producing all these proteins, it requires 6,000 nucleotides. That means in all those proteins they found 2,000 amino acids. That means 6,000 nucleotides are required to code 2,000 amino acids. But we know the size of bacteriophage X174 is only 5,400. Then they started thinking how this is possible. How 5,400 sequences are able to code for 2,000 amino acids. And they come up with an idea of overlapping genes. It is only possible when the same region is coding for 2 or more amino acids. So in this way, overlapping gene concept was developed. This concept was discovered by Barrel in 1976 while working on bacteriophage X174. During their study, they found that the bacteriophage X174 contains 9 cistrons, and E cistron is overlapping with D cistron. In this picture, you can see the overlapping of cistron E, that of cistron D. And one more overlapping we can find here is the B cistron overlaps with A cistron. In this picture, you can see E is overlapping D cistron, but whenever coding sequences of E ends, at the terminal region you are going to find termination codon. But this termination codon, as it is shared by D and E, it can cause some changes in D protein. That means D protein will not be produced fully, it will be stopped when it reaches the termination codon of E. But such things will not happen in nature because of change in the reading frames of two overlapping genes. The reading frame of E will be different and reading frame of D will be different, and by having two different reading frames it avoids this problem. For example, ABCD is a sequence of genes present. It will be read as ABC in E, but it will not be read same in the cistron D. It will be read as BCD. So there is a change in the reading frame of two overlapping genes to avoid the problem of terminal codon. The next concept in your topic is split genes. The genes which are interrupted by intervening sequences or introns are called split genes. Usually genes contain continuous sequence of nucleotides, and among those nucleotides some will be coding for amino acids and some will not be coding for amino acids. The one which codes for amino acid is called as coding sequence, and the one which doesn't involve in coding the amino acid is called as non-coding sequence or intervening sequence, or it is simply called intron. Split genes were discovered in the year 1977 by two different scientists, Richard Robert and Philip Sharp, and for which they are awarded Nobel Prize in the year 1993. The first observation of interrupted genes was made in animal viruses. So as we know, split genes contain two regions, exons and introns. Exons are the coding sequences which code for amino acids, and they are responsible for production of a polypeptide. The character of split genes is it always starts with exon and it ends with exon, and in between you are going to find intervening sequences or introns. So during the transcription of eukaryotic DNA, eukaryotic gene, the immediate result of transcription is called as hnRNA or heterogeneous RNA, which contains exons as well as introns. Later on, these introns are removed by spliceosome mediated complex, and then exons are joined end to end to form a functional mRNA. The interrupted sequences are part of hnRNA, but they are not part of functional mRNA. That means they are not taken into consideration during the translation process. Before translation, they should be removed from the RNA. As I already told you, the split genes always they begin with exon and they will end with exon. The same interrupted gene is present in all the tissues of a particular organism. There is no change in intron in different tissues of the same organism, and most introns are blocked as they contain termination codon. So mostly introns contain termination codons, and that's why they should be removed before translation, otherwise they will interrupt the translation process. So Having the split genes in eukaryotic organisms provides a significance of producing more than one kind of protein from the same sequence or same cistron or same gene by rearranging the exons in different manner. Like exon 1, 2, 3, 4, if we join in this sequence, it is going to produce first type of protein. If we join 2, 3, 4, 1 exon, it produces second protein. If we join 4, 3, 1, 2 exons, it is going to produce next kind of protein. So by rearranging the exons, we can have the production of different proteins by using the same genic sequence or same cistron, and that gives an advantage to the eukaryotes by producing different proteins from the same sequence of nucleotides. Probably for this reason, split genes have been evolved.